as EU removed Nigeria from high-risk financial list. Plus, more in the ever-busy world of sports. A warm welcome to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Musa Toliat. First, the National Economic Council has resolved to deepen engagement with stakeholders to boost non-oil revenue in line with the federal government economic blueprint. The Council, at its meeting in 2026, also approved the constitution of a committee on the implementation of the President's directive on the actualization of legacy projects. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Chairman of the Council, Vice President Ch10 called for accelerated transition from oil to non-oil economy through competitive manufacturing, export diversification, and private sector investment.
There's a structural shift underway that deserves recognition. The non-oil economy has emerged as the backbone of our growth story. Today, it accounts for about 96% of GDP and is expanding at roughly 4%. Services, agriculture, and other non-oil sectors are increasingly carrying the weight of the economy. More importantly, non-oil revenues now contribute nearly 3/4 of total government collections. This marks a significant, if gradual, departure from our historic dependence on volatile oil receipts.
The Legacy Projects Committee is chaired by Governor of Cross River State, while governors of Sokoto, Gombe, Niger, Abia, and Lagos are members, with ministers of Works, Transportation, and Permanent Secretary Budget and Economic Planning will serve as secretary.
To help with the issues arising from legacy projects and transformational projects in the Renewed Hope agenda, as well as projects that require cooperation between the different tiers of government, particularly land issues.
NEC also received a presentation on the economic priorities for 2026 by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, highlighting key reforms implemented by the Tinubu administration, including targeted programs that have removed distortions in the system, stabilized the economy, and put Nigeria on the path of sustained recovery and prosperity.
Hasn't happened in the last few years. The key priorities, according to that presentation, have to do with maintaining Nigeria's economic competitiveness through sound governance, improved availability and affordability of food, very critical, ensuring human capital development with improved social protection.
The presentation also reflected the country's current global recognition, which is reinforcing investor confidence in the economy, projected to grow at 4.68% in 2026. Council lauded the proposed World Bank Group Country Partnership Framework consultations, which among others expects to invest in young Nigerians, thereby delivering early results for Nigeria's children and the future of work.
How they intend to engage with Nigeria over the next 10 years, and he highlighted human capital development, resilience, and of particular note, early child. He indicated that their current portfolio of $17 billion, they will do more.
Also, the Council received update on Nigeria's tax reform laws presented by Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee. Council resolved to take a more robust engagement on the new tax regime at its forthcoming conference in February. From the State House, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
Vice President Ch10 has departed Abuja to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at President Mamadi Doumbouya's inauguration in Guinea-Conakry. It also builds to attend the 56th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, after his participation in the presidential inauguration in the West African country. The inauguration is scheduled to hold on Saturday, January 17 at the GLC Stadium, Nongo, Conakry.
So for the inauguration of the president of Guinea Conakry, President Mamadi Doumbouya, it goes a long way in showing the rich hegemony of Nigerian nation and of course commitment of Mr. President towards ECOWAS peace, towards ECOWAS security, to ECOWAS stability.
From Guinea, Vice President Ch10 will proceed to Davos Cluster, Switzerland, to participate in the 56th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum, WEF 2026, scheduled to hold from January 19 to January 23, 2026. WEF 2026, under the theme A Spirit of Dialogue, will bring together leaders from government, business, civil society, and the scientific and cultural communities to foster trusted dialogue, collaborative problem solving, and future-oriented solutions to shared global challenges.
Again, Mr. Vice President will be spreading the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President as it concerns global trade and partnerships. So it's going to be deepened, and then if you take into cognizance as today that for the very first time in the history of this country, we have about 47 billion US dollars as our foreign reserve, unprecedented in the history of this country. You know, so it tells you about the renewed hope in policies and initiatives that Mr. President is bringing on board and how it's succeeding. And what we are banking in. So, as of today, look at the initiative, the ease of doing business. We've opened up the economy. Mr. President has put almost everything on the table to ensure that, look, when you think about investment and globalization in terms of trade, that Nigeria should be your next destination. And this is the same message Mr. Vice President will be exporting out there in Davos.
The Vice President is expected to return to Nigeria at the conclusion of his engagements in Davos. Nigeria has been officially removed from the European Union's list of high-risk countries for anti-money laundering and terrorism financing. The decision follows Nigeria's successful removal from the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) grey list in October 2025 after implementing reforms to strengthen its anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing frameworks. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, credited President Bola Tinubu's leadership, strong political will, and reforms across government agencies for their achievement. He noted that Nigeria has significantly strengthened its AML-CFT framework, boosting the nation's global financial credibility. The minister praised the collaborative efforts of regulators, the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, law enforcement, the judiciary, and the private sector, and reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to sustaining these reforms and working closely with international partners to keep its financial system transparent and aligned with global standards. The removal is expected to ease business transactions between Nigeria and European entities, improve banking relationships, and boost investor confidence in Africa's largest economy. Nigeria's headline inflation slowed down to 15.15% in December 2025. The figure released by the National Bureau of Statistics highlights that this shows moderation in price pressures driven largely by a decline in food prices. Muplang Dakok has the details.
The inflation report by the National Bureau of Statistics shows that inflation slowed down in December 2025 to 15.15%. On a month-on-month basis, headline inflation slowed to 0.54%, down sharply from 1.22% recorded in November. The NBS data also shows that food inflation eased to 10.84% year-on-year, while prices declined by 0.36% month-on-month. The Bureau attributed the drop to Lower average prices of staples such as tomatoes, garri, eggs, potatoes, millet, vegetables, beans, wheat grain, and onions.
And now to politics. The son of Nigeria's former Vice President, Abba Atiku Abubakar, has joined the All Progressive Congress to mobilize support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was received by the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrow Jibrin, and the National Vice Chairman of the APC Northeast, Mustafa Salihu, Thursday evening in Abuja. He said his movement from PDP to APC was motivated by the leadership qualities of Tinubu and expressed commitments to renewed Hope project.
So today I'm formally here to announce my exit from my former party, where we worked in 2023, and to the APC. With this development, I will work with His Excellency Senator Barrow to actualize the second term bid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I am not only happy that he's coming to our party, but I'm happy that we're having someone who has this country in his heart, someone who wants to make his own, bring in his contribution towards bringing prosperity to our nation. In supporting the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in terms of his policy implementation, in terms of reaching out to the public, enlightening them about what is being done to reshape this country.
On behalf of the APC National Chairman, Professor Edward Goshe, and the National Working Committee, we welcome you into the APC. And I want to categorically state that APC is a progressive party. Because we are progressives, we have some features that are distinct from any other party. One of which is that once you join APC and you are registered and you become a paying member, financial member of APC, the status and privileges ascribed to a founding member also ascribed to you.
Abba Abubakar Atiku also renamed the political group he founded to Haske Bola Tinubu Organization. It was set up in 2022 as Haske Atiku Organization. You're still watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. More reports after this break. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place to be. With about 3,065 seating capacity,
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, religious and school activities.
Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops.
With just 250,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered with a token which will be aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane.
For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejo Show, or call Chibuzo
on 0812-324-5519
and Gmo
on 003-830-1669.
NTA Lagos premises affordable just for you.
Thanks for staying tuned to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Muslim faithful have been urged to prepare spiritually and morally for the holy month of Ramadan as they gather for Juma prayer at the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Mosque. The sermon also emphasized good conduct, justice, and payment of zakat as a key pillar of Islam. Ifeoluwaloju Odebody completes the report.
Ismail Arikewuyo urged Muslims to prepare physically, mentally, and spiritually for the forthcoming month of Shaban as they anticipate the blessed month of Ramadan, adding that sustaining the fear of Allah is, however, paramount. He reminded the congregation of the importance of zakat, describing it as a compulsory third pillar of Islam meant to support the less privileged, while warning against neglecting the obligation. The cleric also cautioned Muslims against backbiting and other negative behaviors capable of harming relationships and society. The sermon led to the observance of 2 obligatory rakats led by the Imam. Some faithful bear their minds on the message of the Jummah sermon.
The message today, the Imam talked about preparing for Ramadan. So, as a Muslim, we should try as much as possible to prepare for Ramadan because it's coming. It's just like a month away. So, we pray Allah make it easy for us.
Everybody should be obedient to Allah and be reasonable with whatever they are doing.
The message today is Ramadan is coming now. So we all know that in Ramadan time, everybody would like to do good. So we all know that what you are doing, that you want people to see you that you are doing it is good thing. But what you are doing, you don't want people to meet you there. That means you supposed to know that that is not good.
There was a fundraising session of the offset of medical bills of some Muslims in the hospital. Ifeolu Aloju Odebodi, NTA News.
Now let's join Benita Onochukwu for more on entertainment news.
Chairman of the Council, Vice President Kash.
We do apologize for that mix-up. Up next is sports update with Nta Ch10 as our guide.
Strategies. Fixtures for these weekend matches in the Nigerian Premier League show that Bendel Insurance will host El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. Abia Warriors will be the guest of Kano Pillars, among other matches. In the English Premier League, Chelsea will square up with hard-fighting Brentford. In London, struggling Manchester United will be hosting Manchester City at Old Trafford, while table topper Arsenal will be looking forward to continue with their excellent form both in the league and in other competitions, as they will be the guest of Nottingham Forest. Cade Esports and Game Evolution continue their long-standing strategic partnership to reposition esports as the largest gaming and esports provider in Africa, scheduled to commence on the 17th of this month through March 2026.
20 players in total in this current division, which is Division 2. Whoever is in the top 8 of the Division 2 will proceed to the Division 1 to meet those top 8 that were there to make 16.
Our goal is to train at least 50,000 gamers every year.
In golf, Rory McIlroy's desire to take on challenging things can fuel further success in 2026 as he made a strong start to his season at the Dubai Invitational. The world number 2 completed a career Grand Slam with victory at the Masters last April. He later helped Europe win the Ryder Cup in New York, while he also triumphed at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am Players Championship in Irish Open. His first competitive outing of this year, McIlroy carded an opening 5 under 66 to take the first round lead at the Dubai Creek Resort, despite becoming just the 6th golfer to complete a career sweep of men's majors. Motivation remains high for McIlroy. With Sports Update, Nta Ch10.
Sports Update wraps up NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. That's talking about the English segment. Let's now stand by with Fadike for the Yoruba version of the news at 7. Many thanks for watching. Good evening.
Ẹ̀kálẹ́ ẹ̀sìnkú iṣẹ́ tòní ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá ìròyìn rèé látẹnu Fadékẹ́ Ògúntóàṣe. Àwọn àjọ tó ń ṣètò ọrọ̀ ajé ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí NEC ti pinnu láti túbọ̀ bá àwọn alábàáṣiṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ láti lè mú owó wọlé àti láti rí dájú pé ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ti ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ dúró ṣinṣin tí kì í sì ṣe ti ọ̀nà epo nìkan. Ìpinnu yìí ni ìgbìmọ̀ NEC ṣe ní ìpàdé àkọ́kọ́ rẹ̀ nínú ọdún tí a wà yìí, níbi tí wọ́n tún ti fọwọ́ sí ìdásílẹ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ fún àmúlò àṣẹ ààrẹ lórí bí a ṣe máa mú àwọn iṣẹ́ eléyìí tí a mọ̀ sí legacy project ṣe. Oníròyìn wa Abdulrahman Jibrila jábọ̀ ìròyìn pé ìgbìmọ̀ náà gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yìí láti rí dájú pé sísapá ìjọba láti rí pé owó wọlé yàtọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ epo di ṣíṣe àti láti rí dájú pé ètò ìdàgbàsókè ètò ọrọ̀ ajé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lè dúró re. Nàìjíríà ti yọ kúrò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan lára àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí a kà sí ewu gíga nínú ọ̀rọ̀ owó ìwénú àti ìfúnni ní owó fún ìpaniláyà. Ìpinnu yìí ni ó wá lẹ́yìn tí a ti yọ Nàìjíríà kúrò nínú àtòjọ tí a ń pè ní grey list. Eléyìí jẹyọ nínú oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2025 lẹ́yìn àtúnṣe tó lágbára tí orílẹ̀-èdè ṣe láti mú ètò ìdènà owó ìwénú àti ìfúnni lọ́wọ́ fún ìpaniláyà túbọ̀ lágbára sí i. Mínísítà ìṣúná àti alákòóso ìṣètò ọrọ̀ ajé ọ̀gbẹ́ni Wálé Ẹdùn ṣe lálàyé pé àṣeyọrí yìí jẹ́ àbájáde láti ọ̀dọ̀ ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu látàrí ọ̀nà láti ṣe àtúnṣe káàkiri gbogbo àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́. Gbígbé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kúrò nínú àtòjọ yìí ni yóò jẹ́ ọ̀nà láti mú ìrọ̀rùn wá fún ìṣòwò àti ìbáṣepọ̀ ilé ìfowópamọ́ káàkiri Nàìjíríà àti Europe, pẹ̀lú ìtẹ̀síwájú ọ̀tun fún àwọn olùdókòwò pàápàá nínú ètò ọrọ̀ ajé tó tóbi jùlọ ní Áfíríkà. Ìpè ti jáde sí àwọn Mùsùlùmí láti ọ̀dọ̀ Imam Ismail Arikewuyo ní mọ́ṣáláṣí Nta ìkànnì kẹwàá sí àwọn Mùsùlùmí pé kí wọ́n múra sílẹ̀ fún oṣù Ramadan tí ó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà, pàápàá ní ọ̀nà tí ó yẹ wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí Mùsùlùmí òdodo. Imam Ismail sọ pé ìbẹ̀rù Allah jẹ́ ohun kan pàtàkì. Ó tún rán wọn létí pàtàkì ṣíṣe zakat, eléyìí tí ó jẹ́ òpó pàtàkì nínú ẹ̀sìn Islam, àti láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn tó kù díẹ̀ fún. Imam Ismail ṣàlàyé pé àwọn ìwà tó lè ba àwùjọ jẹ́ ni kí wọ́n rí wípé wọ́n yàgò fún pátápátá, pàápàá bí wọ́n ṣe ń retí láti wọ oṣù Shaban. Lẹ́yìn wáàsí náà, Imam Ismail Arikewuyo pẹ̀lú àwọn jàmáà ni wọ́n kí ìrun rákà méjì, tí wọ́n tún gbé ètò láti dá owó fún àwọn ọmọ ìjọ tó nílò owó fún ìtọ́jú ara wọn ní ilé ìwòsàn. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ láṣàlẹ̀ tòní. Ẹ pàdé wa lọ́la fún àkọ́tún ìròyìn. Ó dàárọ̀.